Great, how are you?
All right, going well, going well. Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome. So yes, you reached the Kickin It with KC show, and we are live here on xsquadradio.com here on a Thursday, and can't wait, man. Can't wait for us to have this discussion with Anika, who is coming out of the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and it is going to be exciting. She's got a great new single that she has put out, and can't wait to share it with you guys. So anyway, how are you doing this evening? Hope you know what I mean. It's good weather where you are. I know we got us some inclement weather coming on this end.
Yeah, it's a tornado today, and I was like driving down the road, and I didn't even know there was a tornado, but my car was shaking. I was like, oh my god, crazy.
Wow. Well, that's not good. Bear with me for a moment while I get go ahead and get us shared out here. I got a couple places here, little networks that I share us out to. Unfortunately, when you're a show host, you actually have to, do several things, wear several hats. So
Yeah.
that's what we're doing here. So let me go ahead and get it out. So we have actually a live podcast audience on the audio side, and also on the video side of the house. We're actually streaming live on Facebook Live. We're also on YouTube. We're on Twitch, and I think that's it. They used to have Periscope, but that's no longer here anymore. No more Periscope. So give me one moment to make sure it says we're live here. Let me see if I can find my Facebook for some reason. I don't see myself. Usually it's on the wall, but Facebook's a real temperamental thing. It's real temperamental out here. Sometimes it likes to act right. Sometimes it doesn't. But I actually found it. There it goes. You have to refresh. Go ahead and edit my audience to public, and we are going to share it to a variety of locations. All right, there we go. Boom, there and there. And that's the other thing, when you run several Facebook groups, you want to share it with everybody.
Yeah.
So 18 years old, correct?
Yeah. Just turned 18.
Just turned 18.
Yeah. And I got a tattoo.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that too. I saw that as your gift to yourself, right?
Yes. I was like, okay, what's the only way to celebrate turning 18? Get a tattoo and buy some lotto tickets.
Hey, there you go. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah. I didn't win the lottery, in case y'all are wondering. It's not win.
Listen, you don't want nobody like, where is she at? Let me see if I can find where she's at. But yeah, and then you have family members or something that you haven't talked to in a long time, all of a sudden showing up.
I know, right?
Oh man, so that's festive. I like the colors in the background. I saw not only musically were you artistic, but also the whole imagery. You know what I mean? Like that's the concept what you're going for with your whole imagery and your branding, etc.
Absolutely. Like purple and green is the theme for this album. Because like the 2000s, which is what the album is based off of, 2000s pop, it's kind of in your face. Like everything from the movies, from the music. Like if you just look at how people dress, it's like neon everything. It's just kind of like in your face. So I was like, okay, we gotta kind of bring that back. It's so fun.
Yes. Yeah, and that's the cool thing that I liked about it. I like the like I said, the track was awesome. We're gonna get into that. But like you said, the whole vibe, everything that that you're relaying, that you're putting out there, is definitely brings you to that, and you did a great job. I gotta give a shout out to him, man, John Wynn, who actually sent you my way. And me and John actually go way back during the music conference. One of the first one that we did, he was key, and from the first one to the last one. So yeah, shout out to John Wynn, Optimus Records.
John's the best. Yeah, John's the best. He's awesome. So he's like the funniest person ever too.
Yes, John is a great guy.
For anybody who hasn't met John. He has like he just like says things so bluntly, but they're so funny. And I was working with Jay to produce this album, so Jay would just randomly slip into his impressions of John in the studio, and he'd just be like, "Well, I don't know, this song is a hit." It was the funniest thing ever.
Shout out to Jay Styles. I saw that as well. That is awesome. That is awesome. Big time producer you got on that project.
He's incredible. Yeah.
So we got a couple things I was going to ask you about here. Number one, give me a little bit of background on how you got started. Like, how'd you even go into the whole music thing?
So I started writing music when I was 14 years old, and there's this pop artist named Melanie Martinez. I was obsessed with her. I'm still obsessed with her. She's amazing. And she had these videos on YouTube where she would just sit in her bathroom and play these songs that she wrote on her guitar. And I was like, that's the coolest thing ever. I want to learn how to write music. So I asked my parents if I could get a guitar. Okay. And as soon as I learned a few chords, I was just writing music all the time. Like, I remember being in class writing songs. I would just like ask the teacher if I could go to the bathroom, and I would sit in the bathroom with like pen and paper and just like scream down lyrics. So like I was just writing music just for fun in my free time all the time. And then when I was 16, I produced a few demos, and then when I was 17, I finally used quarantine to create the album with Jay. So it's just a very natural thing. It's kind of very like organic, and every song that I've written is just like in my room, just with a guitar or piano.
That's awesome. So not just that you perform, you're also a great songwriter. That's great. Especially starting that young, and getting the creative juices going. But that's where it is. A lot of people really don't know that, that's where the bread and butter is, and you can go a long way. Even if you aren't the artist yourself, you can continuously, have people buy that the music that you create, so you can pave your path forever and still get, ongoing residual income.
Absolutely. And like songwriting is like really where it all started. Before it was singing, before it was playing the instrument, it's like I wanted to learn how to write music. It's because it's a great creative outlet, number one. And number two, like I just love writing poems, and I just like writing short stories and stuff. So it was a very easy thing to come to songwriting and take it to that musical medium.
Okay. All right. And the next thing I actually wanted to know, as I looked at it, and it's very dear to my heart. I call it my second home. Give me your thought process of you living in Charlotte, but your thoughts on how the Charlotte music scene is for you, and you being able to thrive and get a creative support from the area and from the staff, the musicians, the engineers, just the vibe that you're getting. How do you feel like Charlotte helps you with what you're doing?
So I was born and raised in Charlotte, so I have been taking lessons here for a while. I mean, I know, like it's home, and it's just what I know. So it's really easy to, like, when I'm at shows and stuff, or I'm playing like in a restaurant, my friends will come, people that I know will come, my parents' friends. Like it's so nice to see familiar faces here. And as far as like being in the studio, like with Jay and stuff, and actually being in person and working with him, was fantastic, because we got to rip off of each other's ideas, play on each other's strengths, and it's really nice to have everything in one place.
Okay. Yeah, and that's the good thing. See, for the music conferences that we did, I always felt that Charlotte was full of resources, had so many different things, so many people that were doing different things, and the potential you actually had, and I don't know if they're around anymore, but you actually had even a whole plant that actually created a whole CD. I mean, from raw plastic, they actually did the whole creation of the CD, the plastic, the wrap, and then sending it out, which was crazy, but it was because people always went to LA and New York and different places to get their CDs done, but to have it right there in Charlotte, and there was so many film things and so many other things that were getting done there, and of course the venues to perform, and so there was so many aspects and so many resources that help you to succeed, and that's what attracted me there.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see so much stuff open up, because in the past year everything's been shut down. So like as I'm starting to put out music, I haven't really been able to play live as much as I wanted to and meet people as much as I wanted to. So I'm looking forward to seeing everything's open back up so I can finally, put my music out there, put myself out there, and start to meet people.
Yes. Gotta give a shout out. I got a chat room here. Gotta give a shout out in my audio chat room to Miss Mocabella, representing 305 in Miami, as well as on Facebook chat. We got Rail Scott coming out of Philadelphia. We got my man Eric Jones, also a podcaster, 504 Radio. He's out down in Louisiana, back and forth between Georgia and Louisiana. And also shout out to my guy Mo Cheese. So yeah, we got a couple people in the chat rooms that are everywhere. And like I said, and when you're simulcast, you have to make sure that you acknowledge all over the place. You got people chatting in YouTube, Facebook, the audio chat. So it's interesting,
Yeah.
All right. So the other thing I wanted to know was there was something that you had. I read it on your website, and when you were speaking, and you spoke a little bit about it, and that was the 2000 thing. You said you wanted to transport your listeners to a world of neon colors and the Y2K environment. Give me your thoughts on you and growing up in the 2000s and what that is, what that encompasses.
So I was born in 2003, which means I got like Disney Channel at its best. I got like everything, like what I've said before in terms of like everything just being so fun. Like people didn't take things really seriously in terms of fashion. Like everything was kind of DIY, and I love that. And so it's kind of like a callback to the 80s in terms of some aspects of the fashion, but it's just so expressive. And I think I love that the most about the 2000s. And then as far as like, I just finished a movie called What a Girl Wants, and it's a 2000s rom-com. So like, it's a lot of inspiration from like 2000s like movies as well, like Princess Protector Program and like Parent Trap, and all of these like rom-coms, because there's something so nostalgic about them, not only like growing up, but also just like, it just like is what it means to be a teenager. Is like, when I think teen years, I think 2000s, even though I'm a teenager right now, I think the 2000s. Because like Katy Perry, she had like the Teenage Dream album, like everything just kind of aligned itself perfectly to just feeling so young and excited and energetic all the time.
Okay, and exactly, I'm sorry, excuse my ignorance, what exactly is rom-com?
Oh, it's like it's a genre of movie. It's like
romantic comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
listen, I don't know that, but I said, okay, let me put that together. Okay. Rom-com, okay, that's pretty
rom-com.
Cool.
It's just like a teen movie, pretty much. But it's just, it's so fun,
Yes, that's awesome, And listen, I have a couple that I actually like to watch, and I guess they're like you said, teen, but like I love Cobra Kai, love watching that. I love there's a show comes on the CW, All American. So there's certain things that I pick up.
Yeah, I've heard books are great.
Yeah. Yeah. So, 2000s was a great time period, like for me. But my area was 90s, of course. Like your parents, that was my area. But 2000s was great as well too. That was probably my I guess when I started my professional side of my years, and my daughter is the same age as you, so she's 18 as well, but she'll be 19 in September, so she's a little bit older, but she's graduating high school this year. And are you a senior high school?
I'm a senior, graduating.
Okay, awesome. Yep. So yes, and how do you feel about that? Not having your traditional senior year, so y'all don't have a traditional graduation, prom, and all those things. How do you feel about that? How does it make you feel, for this senior year to be the way it is?
It's definitely, it's sad to say the least, but I'm so happy that I got the experiences that I did have this year in terms of music. Like, I think the album that I created last year would not have happened without quarantine. It wouldn't have happened without being able to like sit at home and really contemplate and like work really, really hard on and drive the direction of the album. So I'm grateful in terms of music for my senior year. As far as prom, so junior year prom got canceled because of COVID. And then this year, it's not going to happen either. So technically, I never went to prom, and I'm like, oh gosh, like that's such a milestone for high school.
Right.
I actually wrote a song about it, and it's the next song that's coming out in about a week.
That's
and it's
awesome.
called You're Everything. Yes, it's called You're Everything. And it is inspired by Barbie Girl. Like, you know the song Barbie Girl by Aqua?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm a Barbie girl. Yeah, that song. So I was inspired by that whole album. And I wrote a song about prom, and the lyrics are, you're a breath of air in a pastel spring, you're my vintage vice, you're my 80s king, you're my lifelong love and my prom dance fling. So it's just kind of like an ode to an experience that I don't think I'll be able to have, but I just kind of imagine prom to be like super in your face and fun and like young.
Right.
So that's what the song is definitely geared towards.
Right. Wow. And the good thing is, like, this experience, like you said, it allows you to dig a little bit more creatively because you are home and you're able to do those things, of course, get your work done. But on the other side of that, as far as being able to, get your music and get, basically make that do what it does. And that's awesome,
Exactly.
to take a situation like this and just turn it to something creative, On some ends, somebody's gonna let it get them down, and they'll feel like, oh, I can't believe it, they'll feel a depression. But in your way, you was able to turn this into, maybe a great song the next one that comes out, So
Yeah.
that's good, awesome.
I mean, it couldn't have happened without that too, because I would be working up till like 4 o'clock in the morning on a song. And so if I had school or if I had something else going on, wouldn't have been able to do that. So even like time-wise, it's just been very helpful.
Right. Okay, so you're Indian American heritage. Tell me a little bit about the influence of your culture on your music.
It's incredibly influential. Indian music was really the first music that I was exposed to, and I've carried that sound and that style with me up until Steal the Crowd, because Steal the Crowd's influenced by Indian and Eastern flavor and sound. So it's definitely influential, and I think something very unique about Indian music is like the emotion. It leads with emotion, and it's kind of like the way that the lyrics translate to English. It's like so deep and so poetic. So even though I don't personally speak Hindi, you can still appreciate it even if you're not Indian, even if you don't speak the language.
Right. And I learned so much too. Actually, my previous job, I actually worked for an Indian corporation called Infosys. So I was there a couple of years there. So my whole team was based offshore, and it was great. Those were my great friends I still keep in touch with. So love it. They always, help me to understand certain things. Certain people have certain religions. Like here we have a lot of different cultural differences, probably racial and all those different things. It's more religious on that end. You know what I mean? You have different people who have certain different religions and certain things, and certain different languages that everyone speaks. And it was really interesting to learn that because I just had no idea of the culture there, and it was very, very refreshing just learning how everyone thrives there on that end.
Absolutely. And I definitely want to bring in a lot more influence on my new work, and the stuff that I'm working on is to bring a lot more of that Indian influence, because I think it's something that needs to be, deserves to be heard and deserves to be appreciated, because it's not fully explored. Like you had that one song, J-Ho by the Pussycat Dolls, back in the day, and then Talk by Britney Spears. So it's there. I just think I really want to see it being fully explored too.
Yep. Shout out to Swan here. We have Swan, actually Black Swan, who's here in the chat room, also with Rocabella. So Sunday we have an event here. One of my shows, the Greatest Love Jones podcast, on Sunday evening we actually have an event. It's called the Slow Jam Battle. So Swan and Mocha actually will pick 2 songs from the 80s, 2 songs from the 70s, 2 songs from the 80s, 2 songs from the 90s, 2 songs from the 2000s, and 1 bonus song. And basically they'll pair them up head to head. It's for fun, it's not a quote unquote competition, but we just love to, convene and just, give bragging rights to who we felt was the best. But this will be the 14th one we had over the past year. So can't wait. Sunday night, 7 p.m.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so got another thing here, and tell me a little bit about your thoughts, because you went with a upbeat, fun vibe, and we spoke about the 2000s. The first single that gave it a kind of like pop slash dance slash hip hop slash R&B vibe. It's got a mix of all of those things,
Yeah.
meshed together. Tell me about that being your lead off single. What made y'all choose that one to come out with?
So this single definitely, like, I think lyrically, I think it perfectly sets up who I am and what exactly this EP is going to be. It basically says like I'm going to take on, I'm gonna make my dreams a reality, and I'm gonna do what I want to do and live my life how I want to live it. And it talks a lot about just being young and wanting to do so many things and actually having to like go out and do it. So, and it says this is in the bridge, it says, "This is not my world. I'm just a girl who sits beside on her own. I want to learn. I'll brave the storm. Give me the crown and throne." So if that doesn't tell you what you need to know as far as as far as music, like it's just about like I think it's the perfect example of who I am and how I view music.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. That's real creative. And like I said, you being 18 years old, new. This is very mature. The music is mature. You know what I mean? As far as knowing what you want, the creativity that you're doing. It's like you're a seasoned artist to be a new artist. So awesome. I love it.
thank you.
So without further ado, we're gonna just jump into that thing, and we'll come back and keep chopping it up. But we've been talking about this single, and so we gotta get to it. We gotta let the people hear it here. All right, give me one moment to set us up. Zoom, so I'm going to share it with you as well.
Still the crowd take a bow on your roller coaster. Still the lights win the fight. Come and claim the land. It's the name, it's the game. All you ever wanted to be. It's the night, it's the sights, the way you look at me. I wanted the world before it ever wanted me. They all love me now. I'm the tallest tower before it was created for me. I've got my eye on the crown. If I were honest, I'd tell you that I'm not a princess. I'm wearing a nice dress, you see. But I'm bold and I'm reckless. I'm so overzealous, and I'll claim the throne as a queen. Bad news played cool. This could be your kingdom. With one hand you command and only waits for you. No decrees, no defeat. You've come too far to give it away. Smile and wave, masquerade. Today you take your place. I wanted the world before it ever wanted me. They all love me now. I'm the tallest tower before it was created for me. I've got my eye on the crown. If I were honest, I'd tell you that I'm not a princess. I'm wearing a nice dress, you see. But I'm bold and I'm reckless. I'm so overzealous, and I'll claim this throne as a queen. This is not my world. I'm just a girl who sits beside on her own. I want to learn. I'll brave the storm. Give me the crown and the throne. I wanted the world before it ever wanted me. They
Wow. Yes, yes, yes. So we got back to it. Had to play it again. Had to let the people know. We ain't gonna rob you of that opportunity. Got to get that out there to everyone. So yes, that is a banger there.
Thanks.
Yes, I love it. I
Thank
love
you
it.
so much.
Shout out to everybody that took part of that. You know, you from the songwriting, Jay Styles for the production,
Absolutely.
John and team for back end mixing and mastering and the management and everything else that everybody else is involved. Your whole look, your makeup, your costume, the design, everything. So
I do my makeup and
you
my
do your own?
style.
Oh,
Yeah.
awesome! Very
Um,
good, very good. Is there a video that's coming?
So we are. I can't promise anything yet, but all I'll say is that we have stuff coming.
Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah. Let's see. So, gotta give a shout out to DJ Boss Lewis and Chief Rockin' Jersey Vern here in the Facebook chat. But yeah, they love it. It's a great song, man. Boss said he's also a DJ, loves it. So
Yeah.
I know this thing got to get out to the DJs. It's got to get out to the DJs so we can, get this thing out there to the folks. So
Great.
yeah. Oh, okay. I had to get out my own. I was muted talking to you, but the chat room didn't hear me. But yeah, let's get it out. We'll get this thing out to the masses, to the DJs, to everybody that that we have on our end, because I actually run a podcast network with DJs as well. And then mine is more so of a national audience, but the main thing is really getting it out there to the clubs and to the to the people who are the influencers out there, the influencers of the scene. So I think maybe I don't know. I'm sure John actually has it. I saw that you're actually getting spins right now with Starfleet, and hey, that's a good organization as well. Like I said, they go back far with us as well. So if he can push it out to his DJs, his circle, his record pool out there, and get it out to the masses, I love it.
Yeah. It's great. Yeah.
Yep. And that's not the part that you have to worry about. You just make the music and let the back end do what they do. Yeah. All right. So another thing here. Let me see. I had a question in regards to, and this is separate from the music, but the spirit, the 2000 spirit, the color, the vibe, the ambience that you put out. What do you consider a fun time? Like, okay, if you just could do anything on a weekend, you know what I mean? When money is not an object, nothing, just no geographical, COVID, get rid of all of that stuff. What do you consider a fun time?
Honestly, like the simplest. I know you said money is no object and like time's no object, but the thing that I love the most is just like going with some friends and just going out for like a late night drive, like 10 o'clock to midnight, just going out for 2-hour drive, just like blasting the music on some like random South Carolina back roads and just like screaming at the top of our lungs. And like, that's the most fun to me. And yeah, I mean, it's just like about being with people that I like and just having a very good time, like just doing very simple things, nothing fancy.
Okay, all right, that's simple, but hey, everybody has a definition of what they consider fun.
I mean, I could tell you like fun things, like like things that I want to do this summer, just like go to like Goodwill, get a bunch of get a bunch of outfits for a bunch of my friends, like style each other, and then go out to dinner, like just fun stuff like that I think would be really cool. Just like when my friends come over, sometimes I'll drag them up to my room and I'll just like put on makeup on them and just like spend an hour just like painting their face. So I can't say that they find it fun, but I find it fun.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's Hey, you're 18. That's what you like now. You know what I mean? 19, you'll like something else. 20, you'll like something else. So
Exactly.
that's a good thing. 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
I try not to think too far ahead because I mean last year has proven to be so unpredictable anyway. So I don't know. I don't really see myself doing anything like really specific. But I mean, music's always going to be with me. So I know that even if it's 30 years from now, I'm still going to be writing music and playing the guitar and singing and hanging out. So yeah, I don't know where exactly 5 years from now will be, but hopefully somewhere good.
Okay. All right. Is your guitar in the room? I'm trying to put you on the spot, but
Sorry.
I was wondering if your guitar was nearby. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, but
It's
we get some
upstairs. I'm
acapella
in the
here.
basement right now. I'm not in my room actually.
Okay, this is messing with you.
I would have.
That's what they do on that's what they do with the rappers. Like, go ahead and rap something or sing it. Go ahead and sing something now. Acapella, but I get it.
Yeah.
The single, Still the Crowd. Love the title. Love the, what you wrote there, it's got the name itself just, as putting it out there, it makes a person want to listen, like, what does she mean by still the crowd? But it was great conceptually. How
Thank
you
you.
came up with that.
Do you want to So actually, after I watched Aladdin, the live action Aladdin, not like the one from a while ago, the live action Aladdin from in 2019, I was like, I just love the soundtrack. I loved everything about it. So I was like, okay, gosh. So I ran up to my room, of course, sat down at a piano, and I wrote the first verse to the song, which is "Still the crowd take a bow on your roller coaster." So it makes perfect sense in the context of Aladdin because he's quite literally a thief. And then he finds his way into the castle, and he is pretending to be a prince, but he knows he's not. So it's kind of like taking Aladdin's story and applying it to my own situation as an 18-year-old girl. Is being like, I'm not a princess. I'm wearing a nice dress, you see, but I'm bold and I'm reckless. So I took that first verse, and when I was in the studio with Jay, we made a beat and we just went for it.
Hey, that's it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it is. So.
And chance meeting, or someone paired you up, the J Styles combination, or did you?
Yeah, like
How'd that
John
come
knew
about?
Jay, so
Okay.
John knew Jay, and he was like, "Hey, you got to get into the studio with him. He's great." And even on the first day of meeting Jay, it was just so natural. Like our collaboration just was effortless.
Awesome. That is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jay. I saw Jay has had a nice historic, a long list of accolades. Credentials. You can't get bigger than Blackstreet and R&B. So Jay Styles, actually, I saw him, credited with a lot of different things, and hey, you can't get any bigger than that. That's great to start off your first single with a producer like that straight out the bat. So.
Absolutely.
Big ups to Jay Styles on that. Great.
And it was so much fun though, because like I said, it was a great collaboration. So it's like he helped me improve a lot of ways and like becoming more comfortable with my voice. And again, like he's an R&B producer, so he was able to bring his own flair to it.
Right.
And then me with like my pop sound, we just meshed really, really well.
Right. Okay. Awesome. Yes. Now, with the full EP you got coming out, the Vintage Vice EP.
Yes.
So an EP, I'm thinking that's probably going to be 8 tracks or so, or less.
5.
5. Okay, so you got 5 tracks coming on that. When do you have an expected date when that is going to release?
Sometime this summer for sure.
Sometime in the summer. Okay, cool. Are the songs all written, or are you still working on that one?
It's finished. It's been done for a while. Yeah. I've just been, it's been a long process to get here, and I'm just so excited to hear it, for people to finally hear it, because we got some fun songs coming up too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome. I love it. And I was laughing at the what you wrote here, and it was pretty cool. As far as like I said, we pretty much our whole interview pretty much wrote and summed up what this said. What you said during the pandemic, I sought comfort in the music I grew up with, the effervescent pop sounds from Katy Perry, Rihanna, and Britney Spears. I thought that high school would feel the way songs like Last Friday Night and Only Girl in the World and I Wanna Go felt. It's carefree, and whenever I listen to those songs, I want to roll the windows down in a car and sing into a water bottle with my friends. So that's awesome, man. That's
It's just
that's
like
fun.
when
That's
it's
just fun.
windows are down, that your hair is like in the wind. You're just like last Friday night. Yeah, you just like get into it.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
All right, so let everybody know what your contact information, your handles, how to get in touch with you, and you know you're always welcome to come back here at any time. You know hey, I'm here. I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean? You go song by song. You want to whatever. Just want to come on and talk about anything. I'm here. So just let me know, and we'll make it happen. But where can people find you?
So you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all social media, TikTok at No This Is Anika. Anika is Anika.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can, and my website is anikanation.com.
Okay, and please, if I pronounce it, because I may have said Anika, I have a friend
you're good.
with the
You're
same
good.
spelling. And I
all
didn't
right.
ask how to pronounce Anika. I assumed Anika because I got friends with the name spelled the exact same way, but it's Anika. And that's the same thing as my name. My name is Kissy. People say, how do you say it? But they may say Kissy or Kaisi. And I never correct them. And you didn't correct me.
Yeah, it's fine. You can call me like tomato for all I care. I really don't care. I've gotten some weird pronunciations over the years, so Anika is not even close to how bad it can be. But yeah, it's Anika, like Monica.
Okay, awesome. That is awesome. Great. I appreciate you coming in and sharing your song here with us, and who you are. Like I said, got a great future ahead of you. Thank you for just being able to just be who you are. Continue to do what you're doing. I know you're gonna go far with what you're doing in your craft. Great team, great management, got a great spirit. Shout out to John Optimus Records for you, like I said, being behind you. That's a great guy. Jay Styles, great pedicure and history and things that he's actually involved with. So you got a great team to push you out there. So thank you
So much, Casey. Thanks for having me.
all right, take care.
Bye. Have a good one.
You too. That was Anika. You can check her out anikanation.com and on her IG at No This Is Anika. That's her actual handles on all the social media. But yeah, thank y'all definitely coming out, hanging out with me. I will re-edit this damn thing. I'm gonna say hello, Kaisi. Yes, listen, I get Kaisi all the time, especially when I was speaking about my Indian coworkers. Yes, they all call me Kaisi. I'm Kaisi all day. Kaisi, even though I know my name, they still call me Kaisi. But that is what it is. It just happened that way. And a lot of times, like I'm like her. I'm a good sport. I'm used to it being mispronounced so many times that I don't make any corrections on it. Boss, I'm gonna get that over. I get that over to them to send a single over to you, so that like I said, we can do our due diligence of helping to push this thing out as well. So I got your email address there, and we'll make sure we get that over so WBRP can rock it, so that X Squad can rock it, or whoever else is interested in getting this single, and we get it pushed out there. But yeah, great song. I'm gonna go back and edit. And I snafu in the beginning. That thanks to my brother who actually was here in the Facebook chat that said that the X Squad background music conflicted with Anika's track. I'm laughing when he called it the X Squad background music. It's actually this the OBS program, whatever, that does this video. It had an embedded song in it, and I couldn't find it. I had to go digging in the code. I had to get real IT with it, and to change the MP3 file and the web MP file or whatever that actually was connected to it. So not to get real technical, but to be able to change that out. I had made a upgrade or something in the software and then realized that the sound actually did what it did. But like I said, we'll fix that. No problem. I'll fix it in the mix. So later on tonight, you'll have a new edit on the audio and on the video. Yes. Yes. All right. So, all right. Like I said, thank y'all for coming through, man. Your boy is out. I'm going to roll, and hey, y'all get these shorter shows from your boy now. If I got one guest and it's less than an hour, I'm out. Ain't no need to keep y'all in here hostage. You know what I'm saying? Get the rest of your day. So thank you, like I said, for coming out and checking with your boy. In case you didn't know.
Squad Radio, changing listening habits.
Be sure to get the mobile app on your mobile store, X Squad Radio Network. Be sure to check us out. Yes, squad up. All right, I'll holler at y'all.
West, y'all.
Bang, bang.
Throw them W's up. West Side Wednesdays with your boy, D Greatest from South Central. Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. X Squad Online Radio Network, iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, we got more.
One time for my people trying to party. Two times for the party getting started. I feel spunky, babe. I'm spicy, babe. I'm not cocky, babe. I'm all that in the bag of chips. I'm cool, baby.
We all hate when we have unexpected car problems. Well, I am here to tell you about a viable solution. Bay 11 Auto and my man Melvin. You have emission problems? Brakes need changing? Transmission slipping? Is your car just driving sluggish? No problem is too big. I live on the other side of town and I drive over an hour to a guy that I trust. Melvin is honest, dependable, and definitely not in the business to break your pockets. Come see the official mechanic Melvin at Bay 11 Auto. You will be glad you did. You can reach him at 1455 General Arts Road, Conyers, Georgia, or 404-295-5715. That's 404-295-5715.
This is your boy D. Greatest from South Central, and you tune into X Squad Radio Network. Yeah, man.